When a country pays off its debt, it uses a combination of methods designed to manage its financial obligations while ensuring economic growth and stability. One primary approach is through taxation and revenue generation. Governments may increase taxes on individuals and businesses, improve tax collection processes, or create new taxes to raise additional funds. However, raising taxes must be carefully managed to avoid negatively impacting economic growth. Economic growth is another key factor, as a growing economy results in higher government revenues from taxes on income, consumption, and businesses. Encouraging investment through favorable policies can spur economic expansion, helping to reduce the debt-to-GDP ratio. In addition to raising revenue, a country can reduce its debt through spending cuts. This can involve reducing government expenditure on public services, subsidies, and government wages. Austerity measures, while often necessary to reduce deficits, can be unpopular as they tend to lower public spending and increase taxes, leading to potential social unrest. Another method involves debt restructuring and refinancing, where a country may renegotiate the terms of its debt with creditors to reduce interest rates, extend repayment periods, or even reduce the total amount owed. Refinancing existing debt by issuing new debt at more favorable rates can also help reduce the cost of servicing the debt. Privatization of state-owned assets is another option, allowing the government to raise funds by selling or leasing public assets. While this approach can provide immediate financial relief, it can be controversial due to concerns about long-term economic impacts. Monetary policy also plays a role. Central banks can influence inflation and interest rates to ease debt repayment. Moderate inflation can reduce the real value of debt, but high inflation risks damaging the economy. In some cases, central banks may resort to quantitative easing, purchasing government bonds to lower interest rates and reduce debt costs. However, this approach comes with risks of inflation and financial instability. International assistance from organizations like the International Monetary Fund or World Bank is another route. These entities offer loans with conditions that typically require economic reforms. Bilateral aid from other countries can also provide financial support or favorable loan terms. An example of how a country manages its debt is seen in the United States, which finances its debt through the issuance of Treasury securities, economic growth policies, and tax revenue. The country faces challenges such as balancing political pressures, managing economic downturns, and dealing with global financial fluctuations that impact debt management strategies. Managing national debt is a complex task that requires a balance of fiscal discipline, economic stimulation, and sometimes renegotiation of terms with creditors. The goal is to maintain financial stability, ensure long-term economic growth, and reduce the burden of debt on future budgets.